What's up, guys? This is Rocket 10. You guys are the Rockets. Today I'm going to be trying to get a Fortnite win and telling you guys a story about a trip I recently had about a year ago or so. And I want to share it with you because it makes for some good content. So around when I was 9, my aunt, I'm just going to, for the sake of this video, I'm going to call her Titi. And because that's aunt in a different language. Yes. And I went on this trip with me. I went on this trip with my sister, Shelby, my aunt, Titi. She used to babysit this kid named Justin. I was pretty good friends with him. I actually made a YouTube video with him, playing Fortnite with Justin. And we were so there's 2 Sparks hotels in Salt Lake City, Utah. And one of them was near an FBI station, and my cousin Trevor, I've played with him before, and his family, my aunt Alicia, I'm gonna call her Aunt Alicia, my uncle Bubba, I'm gonna call him Uncle Bubba, and Trevor's 2 sisters, Millie and Landry. We also went with my grandmas, my Gigi, my great grandma, and my grandma. So when we were near the hotel that us 3 were staying, Justin was wondering if there was crime reports near this area, and we all were like, I don't know. And then Justin says, what's that building right there that says FBI? I'm like, oh, there's an FBI station right next to the hotel. And TT's like, yep, we're definitely safe, Justin, no need to worry. And he asked what's the FBI, she explains it, blah, 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 blah. These people are probably as good as the CEO, if not better. Aren't CEO spies? I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure CEO are spies. And so then we went to the hotel room. Then when we arrived at our hotel room, it was a pretty nice hotel room, but there's only 2 beds. So me and Justin had to share one, while Titi had her own separate one. Let me get my minis back. And on the second day, we went swimming, just us. No, we went swimming with our cousins, and yeah, we went swimming with them. And my aunt Titi got us these paddle boards, all 3 of us these paddle boards, because Justin didn't really know how to swim that well. So she gave those to us. And Justin, like, not really a dummy, but like the kid he is, tried pranking us and pretending that he was drowning. Oh my gosh! I've no mats. It's game over. Oh my god. How am I alive? I'm not gonna be alive soon. I'm dead. I'm dead. Give me your thing. And I'm running. Okay. Okay. And they have aimbot. It's not really. And so I started paddling over there, and he's like, haha, I got you. And I'm like, really? And Trevor's just standing there with this paddleboard, like, everybody else is like, don't know what to do. So I was over there by him because I was hoping he wanted to go to the deep end because he lost his paddleboard, but luckily it was just 3 feet, so it was up to his neck. We're in the 3 feet area, so it was up to his neck. And no, it was up to his chest. Yes, his chest. It was up to his chest. So he was right there and he lost his paddleboard. So he's like, Ricky, can you help me get it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm like, put your arm over my neck. He's like, okay. And then paddle with your legs really fast. And he's like, okay. And we were swimming, so now he knew how to swim with his legs technically. I saw him do it in the 3 feet area. And then there was this little toy that we found that it would paddle across the pool, and we would race it across the 3 feet area since Justin knew how to kick his legs. So we would do that. I paddled a bit slower because I was kind of I'm kind of a fast swimmer. So we did that, and then after the pool, we got some dinner, and then we went to sleep. And the first day, the half day was over because that was the day we showed up. So that day was over. Oh my god! I hate sweats. Oh my god, I hate sweats. 24 HP. Okay, and then we obviously went to bed, blah blah blah. And then in the morning, Justin's woken up, staring straight at the TV like, Miss Crystal, that was close, and that means so TT. And he's like, Justin, we're fine. There's an FBI station next to us. He's like, oh yeah, that's right. And I'm not making this stuff up. This was an actual trip. And then that day, we went swimming for a little bit in the morning because there was nobody there, and the pool water was clean. So we went there, and this time, Justin was brave enough to go out to the deep end because he this time lost his boogie board. And he actually lost it this time. And he was brave enough to go get it himself. And that kid went to it by himself without letting me know, because I could have helped him over there. And then, what does he start doing? Literally drowning. He was actually drowning this time. Like, he was spitting up water like, bleh. So I rushed over there. And my aunt's like, you got him? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I grab around his chest, over to his other shoulder, and I'm on the railing and I'm paddling and also using the rail. So I put my arm around him, and then I had to keep, like, one of my fingers had to keep his chin up. And then he freaks out because I have to turn, because it was kind of like a weird pool, so I had to turn. And he grabs my neck and pulls me down into the water. and he pulls me down into the water, and so I'm like, since it's water, it doesn't really hurt. So I kick him off of me, and then TT runs over and grabs him. And then like 2 hours later, we meet up with our cousins and go to this heaven of an arcade. It was called the Funplex Arcade. There was a bowling alley, an entire arcade with there's an arcade with old school video games. The main room was about like 200 feet, and which was the center, and one corner, which was about 50 feet, I would say, was old school video games. Next one would be new video games, motion VR video games, and then the fourth corner was online video games, actual online video games, like one of those those racing online games. And when we walked, there's also a laser tag, mini golf. I never got to try mini golf. I got to try everything other than mini golf, and I'm kind of sad. And there at the mini golf, no, not the mini golf, sorry. And there's also bumper carts. I don't remember, was that the far side? I don't remember at all. I know there was something there though. And there was go-karts for smaller kids, and then bumper carts for the big kids. There are bumpers at the end of the go-karts, but the go-karts was actually a racing one. And my favorite one was this 100-foot foam pit. This was before all the Corona shenanigans. And we had a ball blast. It was so much friggin' fun. Oh my god. Ah! Okay. We were there for like a good 5 hours. We did not want to leave. Even the adults were having fun. Oh yeah, the very end was a Dave and Buster's for adults and kids. It was like one of those David Buster's. It was like where adults could go to. My grandma stayed with the kids while some of the adults, my Gigi went there because she saw some of the old school games there. She saw some old school games from like this 70s, 80s. And so she wanted to see them. So she did, obviously. Boom. No! And then when we walked in, all three of us, including Shelby, including Shelby, Millie, were like, our jaws just opened. We were like, oh my gosh. So when we went there, when we got in, the first thing all of us did was sign in, and then my Uncle Bob was like, you boys want to play some laser tag? And there's teams of 4, and there's one team with 5. You could have a big of a team you wanted. We had a team of 4, just us 4. No, team of 5, with my aunt, and with TT, and And what happened was we had to do the rules, and there were these pieces that you could climb up. Like the shortest one was 3 feet, and the tallest one was 5 foot. So I could get up on all of them except for the 5 foot one easily. So even though I'm tired in my head, I was able to like jump up there and just bring myself up. So we were the yellow team, and Justin, there's 3 different types of guns from what I remember. There could have been more. There could have been an SMG, I don't think though. There was a burst action rifle that carried 5 bullets, that carried 15 bullets, and after you got all the bullets, it would do like this buzz. This buzz, it would vibrate. It would like vibrate, and then, bro, you think I'm falling for that nade trick? Yeah, it would like vibrate, and then you have to push a button, and each gun took 5 seconds to reload. And it was just really fun, you know. Crap. Oh my god. And it was really fun. There's a shotgun, a burst AR. The shotgun, you actually had to cock it back. And then I do remember there's a pistol. So and there's also a dagger. You had the sensor with a dagger, for like a laser shaped dagger. And you had sensors on both sides of your arms, both sides of your legs, and your chest. And if the lasers from the guns or the dagger hit you, oh yeah, and you had one on your back. If you hit someone with a dagger and one of the sensors, well then they would be down and out. If you get touched, so a dagger was a 1 shot, 1 kill, since it was pretty hard to hit, especially when someone had a gun. So it was a 1 shot, 1 kill, and a shotgun was a 4 shot, 1 kill. An AR was a 2 shot, 2 kill. So you had to push it a bunch of times, the AR, but it was still actually a really good gun. And the pistols were a 5 shot, 5 kill. So we all started out with a dagger, and we did not know what to do because there was this team next to us that had guns already. And if you want to know what happened, well then check out part 2 for this. And I'll see you all next time. I'm Rick Rocket 10 signing out because the Rockets. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.